2012 Honda Accord. Today we're going to be doing several different things. This is an 8th generation. It's a 4-cylinder sedan, EX-L. We're going to be doing some things, not necessarily in this order, but we hope to replace all the moldings here. We hope to fix these tattered armrests. We hope to change out the battery. We're going to put a new weather battery on there, so when we take this thing to New Hampshire, it'll handle the cold starts. We're going to change the spark plugs and the ignition coils, and we're going to change the serpentine belt, which is right here. Just stay tuned, and we'll try and get some of this stuff done. So dealing with the ignition coils and spark plugs, I'm going to take off these 10mm bolts here. This one here probably going to need some paper. Basically, just crack these open here. Very tight. After you have the bolts removed from the housing here, let's go ahead and remove that gently. And what that's going to do is it's going to expose your ignition coils here. So we're going to take a socket, bust these open, we're going to take out the spark plugs, and just kind of reverse the procedure. But we want to make sure we unplug these as well. Alright, we'll have these on next week just a minute. Alright, so before I start unscrewing, what I'd like to do is see if I can remove this. Actually, might be an easy way to do it. Now the ignition coils that I got from here, I'm using Denso ignition coils and Denso spark plugs. I got the spark plugs at Advanced Auto, and the ignition coils I got them from Amazon, just because they could get them to me sooner. Alright, so let's take out this screw. And I'm going to work on these one at a time. I'm not going to open up all of them. I'm just going to do it one at a time. That way I can keep track of my parts. There we go. There's not very much slack between the cable here. So let's see if we can get this cable removed. Down, and then slowly push back without breaking anything. And there it goes, it's slid right off. And it's going to move this out of the way in a method where we're not going to just tear apart those cables. Alright, and then we're going to shimmy this back and forth in an effort to get these things changed out. Now, quick note, this car has about 240,000 miles on it. And this is the first time these things are being changed out since I've owned the vehicle. I bought this thing used with 40,000, so needless to say, a little bit of a neglect going on there. So I don't even know if these need to be replaced, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, so we're going to take out the ignition coil, we're going to set it to the side. And next I'm going to go get my ratchet to take out the spark plug from inside, and I'll show you the tools I'm putting in there. One moment. Also, case to note, whenever I'm working with anything that has to do with electrical in the vehicle or spark plugs or anything like that, just as a precaution, I like to unplug the battery. I'm going to be replacing the battery today, so I just went ahead and just removed all the battery terminals. disconnected everything. Now, we're going to be using spark plug boot protector, which is kind of like a dielectric grease. Alright, and then we're going to use these Iridium long life Denso spark plugs. And here's our Denso ignition coils. Alright, apparently it's a first time fit. Let's see what happens. Gently. Seems like it was already loose. Like there was hardly any tension in there, so just back it out and see what happens. There isn't any threads on this thing. It's not coming out yet. Let's try it again. Oh, that's bad. That's super bad. Okay, the part of the tool is left inside, so maybe one of these crappy situations here. Bear with me. That was weird. Alright. Nice and easy. Don't want to force it too hard. They have been in there for a while. I cracked it just a little bit, like you can hear it let go. Be as gingery as I can with this thing. Alright, so here we go. Now I'm not cutting away while I'm doing this so you guys can see. Sounds like a light bulb I'm screwing. We're going to check the gapping and see if we can read these spark plugs. Alright, let's see if we got the spark plug on here. We do. Look at that. Look at that. That is completely corroded. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's very, it's hideous. Good thing that we're swapping these things out. I'm going to measure the gapping and make sure it's all uniform. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right at 40. I'll slide it over more, so it sits right at 40. So I'm going to show the other ones like that as well. Alright, so here's the new Denso. Take the collar off of it. You want to make sure the threading is the same as the factory, because you don't want to change the depth of these things. So if you hold these side by side, you can see it looks like the same amount of threading as well. Does that look about level to you guys and gals? Alright, so now we're going to measure it. Make sure it's at 40 as well. Here we go. Let's do this together. Alright. Alright, what do you guys see there? Does that look like 40 to you? Finally focus going. Looks like it's at 40. Excellent. So So now we're going to put this back into the housing. We're going to do it very gently because you don't want the ceramic piece here to break. These are my tools. Although this will come out really easy. It's going to be a pain in the patootie. That's right, I said patootie. I'm not liking that at all. So here's the situation. This piece here is popping off of the socket. Watch. As I try to pull it off of the spark plug, it looks like another problem where it's going to get stuck in there. You need to get something that's got a bigger diameter. Okay, so I'm placing it back in here. And I'm hand tightening it in the hopes that that socket doesn't get stuck in there too. So I backed it out a little bit so I don't have to put as much pressure to try and pull this off of the spark plug. But Murphy's Law, you know, whatever can go wrong with. Alright, that tightens it down. So now we're going to put a little bit of a torque to it. It's a quick segue. One of the things that delayed us here in trying to do something so simple is when you don't have the right parts, or you buy cheap parts, you have problems. So one of the things I was running into is I purchased the socket here from Advanced Auto, and when you put just a little bit of pressure on it, it pops off. So I went and replaced it with another one from the same place. And what it is there isn't anything for the ball bearing here to catch on. So I got frustrated. I went to a different store. Lo and behold, they thought about this, and here's what we have. Got a new socket set. It's got a nice little piece in there that locks into it. And I also have this little extension which has a adjusting collar to it. So when we click this into place, we're going to pull this back and it locks it in. So now I don't have to have the problem of my spark plug getting stuck in there. Alright, there we go. And it clicks into place like magnetized. So here we go. We're going to put this in here and we're going to turn it counterclockwise. I mean righty-tighty, right? Pardon me. Okay, so here we go. Hand tightening it. And the torque on this one here is going to be about, when it's brand new, 15. Otherwise it's usually around 11. Okay, now I have a torque wrench. I'm going to bring that here in just a second. Alright, so it's snug. Alright, we'll be right back to the torque wrench. We're going to 15 foot-pounds. That's 12. Okay, it's 12.7. Let's reset that again. So it's 15 foot-pounds here. Okay, there we go. I'm good right there. So now, I'm going to take that out. And look, there's our tool. Yay! Okay, so once that portion's done, you want to get your dielectric grease and you want to get your ignition coil. Alright, again, this is Denso. Man, I love progress. Having the wrong tool does nothing but just upset me more than anything else, I tell you. And you think you're prepared until you run into these problems. Alright, so there's that. Looks the same. Very good. Pop this thing open. Looks the same, right? Alright, we got one of the litter. Box with the old one. So we'll open the box with the old one. There we go. So the dielectric grease is going to go right around this cap. Okay? And go grab my paper towel, because we're going to need that. So we have our dielectric grease here. Let's go move it just a little bit. Alright, let's see if it's pre-torn. And it is not. That makes for fun. There's a little tip there. It's not working. Here's what we're gonna do. Trust the pocket knife. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this dielectric grease, squeeze it out here. Air bubble. These things are a pain. Alright. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put it around the boot here. You don't want to go too liberally on this stuff, but you don't want to be too stingy with it either. There we go. Alright, let's set this down. We're going to wipe this dielectric grease off of our gloves here. Okay. Nice to do that cowboy. That's really cool. Alright, so now that we have that, I'm going to set this straight down in. Put our connecting piece back on. That's for connection. Tighten this down. And then you just want to make sure you torque that to specs. Alright? And you repeat that on the other three. Thank you, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the final product right here. All the ignition coils have been replaced, torqued, and ready to go. Thank you for watching and have a great day.